rich and actually having...
So this is point number 2. Point number 2, things to tell yourself, financial advice to give yourself when you're 20, if you're older now and you know more.
Well, is way better than just looking the part. If you talk to any successful people, you will see that that is indeed the case.
So let's talk about now the second thing. Time is more valuable than actually money.
Yeah, I think this one is so interesting. I think all of us...
I think that one is true. Not just interesting. You know, the quote really is time.
Yeah.
You can't get more time in your life. You can always get more money.
You can earn more money. You can grow more money.
Steal more money if you have to, whatever. Yeah, I mean...
Earn more time, grow more time.
Yeah.
Steal more time?
No.
No.
You can't. No, so yeah. But that's the whole point of that quote, is that time is finite. Money is infinite. Right? One is a limited resource, the other is unlimited. Right? Money's always changing hands. Right? Now, I wonder where they're going to go with it. You have any thoughts?
Well, it's definitely another sort of lifestyle brand sort of, piece of advice they're giving themselves. I don't know. The first thing that's coming to my mind is thinking about, things like passive income as opposed to income from work, or any sort of passive income source freeing up your time. And so something maybe in that direction is what makes sense to me.
You're being more rational.
Yeah.
No. Nope. Their argument's going to be time is more valuable than money, because if you start saving early, you can make more money. So the whole value of having time is that you can make more money with it.
Oh, please tell me that's not what's about to
That's
happen.
about what's to happen.
Oh, geez. Okay, here we go.
As we begin
Because
to
that's the
age
only
and
thing
as
life is about.
Because that's all that matters.
time moves on, this
all
becomes
that
more and more
matters.
more and more apparent to us. But young folks, we forget this, right? We think, oh, I've got all the time in the world. I just wish that I had money. I wish that I had that. Not recognizing quite how valuable the time that we have right now truly can be.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Jobs changed so many of our lives. I can't believe we were looking in show prep. 2011 is when Steve Jobs passed away. His life was amazing and how much he accomplished. But this quote really does put an exclamation on this point. It's my favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. I thought it was, if you saw the tweet from Elon Musk where he said that Tim Cook and him had gotten together and worked through their differences. It was at the pond around the Apple campus. And I remember it being shared that Steve Jobs, one of his favorite things was going on walks.
Around
if you listen to his autobiography, you will see that whenever he had important decisions to make, Steve Jobs would go on a walk. Well, guess what? Walks don't cost anything, but this is actually when he did some of his best thinking. It's something as simple as a walk can be tremendously valuable. And I thought that was really cool how Elon, Tim Cook, had gotten together and were using something, doing something as simple as taking a walk and figuring things out.
But one of the things that we love to do here is we like to actually show you the numbers. So it's easy to try to grasp this academically and theoretically. But we want to put together a case study to show you, okay, is it true that time can in fact be so much more valuable than just money? So we said, let's look at a number of different individuals that are going to set out, and their goal is they're going to save $500 a month over a decade. We're going to have someone who does it in their 20s and then stops, someone who does it in their 30s and then stops, 40s and then stops.
See, there you go. We're going to show you how it's all about compound interest. That's how you use time. That's the most valuable thing about your time, is that you can use it to make more money. After we just give an example of somebody who like to go on walks to think about stuff, I mean, it's just a weird thing. Every computer engineer I know takes walks on a regular basis, otherwise they go freaking insane. You stare at code that long, you're going to go nuts. I mean, but...
I feel like they're missing the point. I'm not suggesting everybody has to want to, quit their jobs and do nothing but take walks or anything with their day, but but we don't get time back, and the purpose of having time isn't just to like make more money with it, it's to do whatever the stuff is you want to do with it.
That was the point. That was the joke. So, like, first point was having money is like being cool, or being wealthy is like being cool. And it's like, but it's not. You can be cool and broke, and you can be wealthy and a total goober. I mean, there are a lot of, like, Elon Musk just got booed off stage with Dave Chappelle. Two guys they've been mentioning over and over. Yeah, that was just recently this last week. And they're both wealthy guys. And Dave Chappelle used to be cool, I guess, but it's kind of at his own comedy show he got booed off stage with Elon Musk. So I mean, that one doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Plus, they're not really talking about wealthy people. They're talking about your average couple in their 60s that save money. We're not average, but couples in their 60s that were able to save money. And they're millionaires by the sense of the fact that if you add their house and their retirement funds together, they're technically millionaires. But they don't have that in cash that they can just blow. Right?
Right.
Yeah, we're not talking about some 25-year-old with $10 million. Right? So that didn't make sense. Now they're talking about, well, time is more valuable than money, missing the whole point of that quote, which is, yeah, because one of those is finite, which is time. You're eventually going to die, right? However, money is infinite. They can always print more. It's always trading.
And even after you die, it could still be sitting there if you died before the money ran out. So it's still hanging out there.
The economy is still going to keep churning. People are still going to be working, getting paid long after we're worm food. I mean, that's the point. But then they have to go back, well, yeah, time is more valuable. That makes a lot of sense to me, because if you have more time, you can make more money. No, dude, you missed. That wasn't the point. Not the same.
This makes me think, I'm not trying to like steer us completely in a different direction here, but it makes me think about, one of the points we made in one of our very early videos.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about how when you would meet with clients frequently, when you're trying to assess what their goals are, what they want to be doing with their lives, you had a difficult time getting people to be able to express that to you. When really that's so much the point. If it's literally just about money, we're missing the point.
Well, right.
What experiences do you want? What lifestyle, to throw that word out there, do you want? Do you want to go hiking every day? Do you want to be traveling? Like, is golf super important to you? Or are you pretty much just happy hanging out in your garden in your backyard? What is it,
Absolutely. I mean, if it comes down to, like, it wasn't so much difficulty, it was just trying to get people to rationalize. But it's like, look, how long do you, like, if you're talking about somebody wants to retire, how long do you want to work versus how much do you want to have in retirement? And if these things don't jive, right, then you either have to work longer or live on less. And there's a decision that has to be made there, right? And that's one of those situations where a lot of times people just choose to, you know what, I'll just downsize and live on less because I'd rather have the time.
Right.
Right.
They care way more about the time. So time is more important, but I feel like these guys are really missing the boat on why time is more important.
Well, they didn't understand the quote. That's why it was kind of funny to me. So we can.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why I think this is interesting.
What else?
Well, I mean, I know people get on us for kind of making fun of them a little bit, but this is kind of why, is the analysis isn't there. There's a confirmation bias that everybody's goal is to make as much money as possible, but that everybody wants to be a millionaire or this type of millionaire, as opposed to actually looking at this financially, because what they're really doing is, once again, they're selling their products and they're trying to sell this lifestyle. If you do these things, you can be a millionaire. What they ignore is the evidence, which is, well, yeah, in your 60s, if you're one of the lucky ones,